Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Checking in before the game with the Hoosiers head coach. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Hoosiers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19. Probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Quarterback may change this route. Here's a give to Frazier. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's shot. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
That's caught. It's shot. Got enough space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Scrambling away. The short hands. It's Humphries. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle.
He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw it.
Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
He'll bring it out. It's Bond. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Running inside, it's Richard. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Looking for a man, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Finds a seam. The 30, the 20. Inside the 10, he is in!
That's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field, uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Humphries. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And down he goes. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the left. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Wide open downfield. Still running at the 40. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30.
And sometimes offenses, man, they get caught up with numbers and they need to do so many runs, so many passes. I like when you just trust your quarterback. Like back-to-back explosive passing plays. Let him do his thing. Let him drop back, read the defense, dissect it, and make big plays.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together.
It's complete! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bond. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the ground, it's Richard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way.
Gonna take a shot. Snatches it on the right.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air, it's Hoover. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pulls it in, it's Humphries. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Oh, it's a reverse. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. The quarterback snapped it at the perfect moment. He could give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting upfield.
Oh, they're after him, and they got him. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Starting to feel a little pressure. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He throws into the middle of the field. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
To throw, it's Hoover. Makes a catch. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Corners are walked up tight. From the red zone, it's Richard. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. And the explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Dances away to buy time. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes a catch. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd called by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
A strike downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
He's got him this time. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where the quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people. And the defense right now, they have no idea who's getting it next.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Scanning the field is Stockton. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
That one bounds through the end zone. And a touchback. just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Dogs will boot it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Bond. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so
Here's a little room there. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's two runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, that play just took a lot of time to develop. The longer the quarterback held on to the football, the longer the time that strong safety had to just think, you know what, I know I'm supposed to be back here covering, but I'm going to go get myself involved. He shows you his speed as he was able to close the gap.
Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Georgia going up tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Under fire. Makes the grab on the left. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese.
And he's got room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Georgia going back to work with another first down. And this dude is doing work. He's now over 150 yards receiving, Jesse.
He's like the new age tight end, isn't he, Reese? I mean, he's a guy that can get a three-point stance, he can flex out, he can play the split end position, he can play receiver. There's nothing this tight end cannot do in the pass game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Looking to fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Dogs! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bond. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Richard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so you're running back.
Maybe some room here. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the second straight play. On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Moving out of the pocket. He's got an open man. They take the lead here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Bond. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Trying play action. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
So now it's second and long. With the catch, it's Barker. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the air, it's Stockton. Moving away from pressure. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Bulldogs want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the 1st down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Using the quick game. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Quarterback extends the play. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
On the run, it's Richard. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Hoosiers take their 1st timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll ride the hot hand. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
He wants a big play here late. Brings it down on the right side. And he scores! Touchdown, Indiana!
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
And that's a play, when people look back on this game, that could be the one that ends up deciding it, because getting the block on the extra point and taking it back for the safety puts them now up 3 points here late in the 4th quarter. That was a huge momentum-shifting play.
He'll return it. Slips through the line. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll bring it out. It's Preston. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hoover. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Snags it on the right. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Got his man to the left. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line, just need to get 1 first down. And Palmer, they could run it, they could play it safe, but they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long, and they carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. And they go out and get the execution needed to win this game.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.